Hi everyone, welcome back. And we are talking about you today. One of the things that I love using Trello for is having a board that's just about my company because that is going to be where I live. When I work with my clients, a lot of times I'm in their boards and working on their information, but this is just for me. And I think it's important to have a place where I can put my important information about my business so that I can have it for the future. I can have it for success of my company and honestly just have another repository for things that I want to hold on to. And um, I use it in a couple different ways. One of the ways that I use the board for my business is to have possible blog topics. And this is just going to be maybe you want to use a Trello board for an editorial calendar. I know that some people do that. I don't blog enough to do an actual board for that. I have an editorial calendar on paper that I use. Um, But this is also something like if I'm driving in the car and my husband and I are talking about something and I'm like, oh, hey, I could write about this. I just go in and I add the blog topic right then and there because that way I don't have to keep it in my brain, but it's also there. So if I want to explore that deeper, I can. The other thing that I use it for is to follow up with potential clients. And so one of the things, and this is kind of where we're going to get into integrations and the bonus features. Excuse me. The bonus features that I had talked about is using the Gantt chart. And this is really helpful if you have a lot of projects going on because it gives you a linear calendar. And I don't know why this isn't dropping down. But normally it'll give you like a full screen. So to pop up with that, play with that a little bit. Oh, here we go. Okay, maybe. Okay. Well, anyways, and so this is something that integrates with Trello, and you can see here there's the planned date, start date, the planned end date, and then if you upgrade, you can change them to what each person is, which is fine. We don't need that right now. But you can use labels to label the person, and then it should show up under here. I don't know, this is being funny. Um, okay, well, that is, you'll have to play around with it a little bit, but that's how the Gantt chart works. It takes the dates and it gives you a good layout of what you have going on. And I use this with a client and she's a graphic designer. So we use that to keep track of how many projects are going on at one time. You don't want stacks upon stacks upon stacks of information for your chart because especially as a graphic designer, that means you're going to be really, really busy. And you want to be able to use this to create boundaries. You can even make a projects board just for your projects and then have different like upcoming clients, potential clients, clients that you're working on right now, and then finished clients. And I might actually make a board for you. And then I'll just include that in the email I send out. So I'm going to close this. And this is another place that I leave the notes. I said drop your mind here. And honestly, you don't have to drop your entire mind, but it's a great way to stay organized, and then also have some place for your brain to sit, like your notes for what you want to do upcoming, and what you have planned, what you want to remember, and even if it's something just simple, like, oh, hey, I want to do this in whatever month, and you can assign a due date to it. And then I have personal information. So I have my bio here. You could put headshots, basically anything that relates to your personal information that you feel like is important enough to put in a repository, so that if you copy and paste it multiple times a day or multiple times a week, you've got it in place. So that's really helpful when you're going into a new place, and you can even create one for like Facebook posting, like Facebook introductions, or some other place that you're putting your bio. When you're applying for podcasts, that's another place that you could do that. So, and then I also have my tax ID number under important notes. And this could even be passwords to your website, because I use a strong password and I never remember it. So, in my actual board, I have my password. And that's how I do that. So some of the other things that you can integrate with Trello, one of them, and we talked about this vaguely and briefly yesterday. So Zapier is an app that allows you to take from one place to another place with your information. So here, and I've actually used this, is creating a Trello card from Typeform entries. And it's possible to set that up so it takes the information from Typeform and just moves it to Trello. And it's one of those things that it saves you so much time if you're looking at tons of information in Typeform, for example, and you just want to have it in one place and you have it in a repository. The other thing that you can do is take emails and create the Trello card from it, or you can use, I use it with Acuity, is really great, and then it just makes a new appointment in your Trello card. So this is just more information. Obviously, we've been talking about Trello this whole week, so that is one thing that you can do with Zapier. There's a bunch of other Zaps that you can do. Obviously, they have so many integrations, and it looks like, yeah, man, even if you use like Basecamp, SurveyMonkey, Shopify, Calendly, I said Acuity is what I used. Calendly is also in here. Awesome. So I hope that's a good tool for you guys to kind of check out. And just keep in mind, like, maybe you don't need it right now. If you are smaller and you're just okay moving things around by yourself, but this is a good way to have integrations and create some automation, because automation is going to make your life so much easier. And then we had also talked about the power-ups. So if you use Asana, your calendar, Dropbox, Google Drive, Google Hangouts, there is so much on here that you can change or like enable the information. Slack, Twitter. So these are under the menu, and you can just explore. You can see what works for you. And let's see. Okay. That is all I wanted to cover for today. And I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. I'm going to get you I'm going to make you a project board for those of you who have different projects that you've got going on. And then I'm going to give you this board. And the other thing that I wanted to offer you guys was a discounted rate of my organization help. And I'll give you the link in the email. But I've got it set up so it's a 30-minute call. And at the end, you'll get a report from me, and we'll work in Trello and work on organizing your business. And then you get 2 weeks to kind of put into practice what we create and what we set up, because, this is great, but I haven't been able to specifically talk about your businesses, each and every one of you, because each of your businesses is unique. And so if you want the one-on-one support, you can use that. And so I'll have that link in the email for you as well. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. Oh, I forgot to say, after 2 weeks, so you get the 2 weeks of me as your support by email, and then you get a 15-minute follow-up call. So, sorry, pregnancy brain, should have had it in here actually. But yes, so it's the organization call, and then so you do the half an hour, you get 2 weeks of email support, and then you end up with the 15-minute follow-up call and just check in to see where things are going and how we can continue to move you forward. So I hope this has been super helpful for you guys, and feel free to email me, message me, contact me, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that this was really super helpful for you.